Hey Scorpio, welcome to Ascension Lounge. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for singles. So this is going to be a reading about the person coming towards you, the next love, your next romantic connection. I'm going to have a look at their heart and mind. I'm going to have a look at what they're up to right now, what's affecting them. I'm going to have a look into their soul. Then I'm going to get an animal oracle card for that person, to represent that person. And then from there, I'm just going to do a little quick Lenormand scenario to see how you could possibly meet them. All right, so let's have a look at the next person that Scorpio is going to get involved with. Okay, the next person Scorpio is going to get involved with in a romantic way. Cards for Scorpio's new person. Could be an Aries or a fire sign. Could be a Taurus or a Cancer. Wow. Overall energy is justice. Whoa. Okay, so this person is coming into balance karmically with something. These are two serious cards. I wonder if they're getting a divorce. Hopefully, if they're going to get involved with you. Let's have a look. All right, but they're feeling very fired up about life, believing in themselves. They're quite committed to leveling up in some way. It looks like they've gone through something here. Their soul is like, trust your intuition, go, you know. Their soul is wanting to move here. So let's have a look. Why the Queen of Wands? For the physical. King of Cups, that's your card, Scorpio. Page of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. All right, so overall we have letting go or something. They might be letting go or something. But in the physical, they are very, very excited. Emotionally stable. You may have met them already if this card's showing up, or there could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio placements. They are thinking of making an offer to you here, and they want it to come across as very, very grounded. Like they might even ask you to go to the park. It's that kind of vibe, you know, or somewhere where you can sit outside and it's very, very nature orientated. I mean, look at those cards. Those are just like so tranquil and peaceful, and there's goodness in these cards. Put that together with attraction and, well, I don't know if you can stand a chance here, Scorpio. This person just seems to, it's almost like there's two people just staring at each other. They can't help themselves, you know. Because this card is looking at this card, and Scorpio, this would be your card, I'm saying this person has already seen you and they're watching you in some way. They think of a way to make an offer to you or send you a message. But they want it to come across as very, very sincere and grounded. It's like they don't want to, even though there's fire here and passion for you, they don't want to come across as, disrespectful, put it that way. Okay, they got the Hierophants in their heart and mind. They're very committed to something. Could be just spiritually leveling up, or they could have just gone through something that, you know, they had to, it was like a kind of like a spiritual test for them, because they are under the influence of justice here. Seeing things, and that's also very spiritual, seeing things differently when it comes to a happily ever after. Some anxiety attached to that. Page of Wands. It's like there's been some kind of messaging. Okay, so this person has spiritually evolved in some way. They've seen something very, very differently compared to how they used to see it. And it looks to me like it's something to do with like family life, what makes people happy, what people... excuse me, what makes people anxious. It's like this person, I almost feel like they had it all before, but there was anxiety involved in the relationship, and they've had to like almost step back, like be on their own in order to see love and commitment in a completely new light. You know, sometimes you can be traumatized by somebody and you think everybody's like terrible. It's like they've worked through that. They're seeing things differently now, you know. It's almost like they see that there doesn't have to be anxiety or, you know, being on the couch alone here. There is possibility for happiness. It's just a case of they're on a new vibe because they've spiritually evolved here with these two cards. They're on a new vibe. So they could feel quite alone actually, but they have a great hope for family and happiness, joy, like comfort, security, just, you know, that beautiful home vibration. But I think they might be feeling a bit lonely at the moment. I think they've gone through something. They've completely changed inside. And it's about partnership, family. Let's have a look at the Justice card. They're under this influence. Could be a contract. Just saying. We do have like the marriage card and contract card here. So very possible this person like is getting divorced or has just come out of a divorce or out of a marriage rather. Clarify the Justice card. Or simply they had a relationship that was a karmic contract that they had to work through in order to level up here. Got the Devil underneath. Yeah, I think they're involved with a karmic. I don't think they wanted to give up on this, but they've had to make a choice now because their soul is saying move, move, move. This is a card of sorry, this is a card of intuition. So the intuition is saying make a choice. You need to give something up. This is a crossroads card. It's about this guy doesn't move because he has to give up that world in order to move. He has to put that world down. And in this case, that world belongs to a karmic, a lover in a past life, or just somebody they were married to. They are in the process of closing down a cycle, or they've just finished closing down a cycle, but look what we're going underneath, a new start, a new tangible start. And their soul is ready to rock and roll. They're like, their soul is saying to them, make a choice, make a choice. It's almost like this is the pressure from the universe for this person to like move on, you know, go left or go right, like make a choice at this crossroads. Move, move, move. This card's saying, trust your intuition and make that choice in love. Like I said, very possible that they've already spotted you and it's inspired them to actually close down something from the past. We definitely need to clarify the Chariot here. It's in their soul position. It's also a Cancer card. There could be a Cancer. We have Taurus, Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini. So, could be anything at this point. All right. Why the Chariot in their soul position? Because the energy is moving towards you. Ooh, and they're still dealing with some devil stuff. Okay, they might have a difficult ex, just warning you. We do have 3 people on this card. But this person, and we are talking about this person, it's like they've stepped up. Sorry to be so literal, but it feels like they've actually leveled up. They've stepped up and they've taken control of a situation where they're like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out of dodge. I'm going. The energy is moving fast. And they also could have had a lot to say. Well, their soul has a lot to say. It's like they just want to get this out and then get in their car and go. like in a respectful way. Because they need to move towards a real soulmate now. That's how it feels. Like this comic is, yes, destined, but not forever. A lesson, not a lifetime. It's just time to move now. And it's time for this person to move like with respect for themselves. And I think it might come after they very clearly state their case to somebody about relationship stuff. But this is also great movement towards a relationship. And I'm thinking that's towards you, Scorpio. All right. Let's get a Lenormand. A little Lenormand reading for how you could meet this person. Okay, how could Scorpio meet this person? The nice thing about this card, Scorpio, is it means things are coming into balance for them. So, you know, nobody likes somebody to have baggage and exes and whatever hanging on, but I don't actually think that this is going to hang on. I think it's just a case of making a choice and following their instinct. And I think they've spotted you already. They really want to make or start communicating with you in a very kind and loving way. There's romance here. It's early days, definitely, because it's new. But yeah, I think this person is now where they're supposed to be in love. They might have had a skewed view before because of experiences, but I definitely feel like they've learned their lessons and they're in a good place. Okay, so 5 cards for how Scorpio might meet this person. Be an institution. I want to say like at the post office, but it's not just that. It's let's actually get all the cards out. Okay. You're gonna meet them very suddenly. I don't see a message here. You might know them from work. The tower in Lenormand is basically about, it's almost like this energy. It's like almost like Hierophant energy. It's very staid and it's very institutionalized, you know, but it can also be about somebody's ego. So with this worth card next to it here, it's a recognition card. And then the cat, which can be about selfishness. This person might be quite in your face. You might look at them and think, this is a burden. Funny how these relationships can start like this. Somebody's like totally in your face, but maybe that's the only way the universe can get you to notice them. You might think they're a burden, or they might be quite religious. Let's clarify. Definitely there's something about promoting self-worth, like your own self-worth. Like sometimes when somebody goes through something, they're so like blown away by a revelation about themselves that they become a bit absorbed. Could be happening. Let's have a look. Why the tower? Options. All right, so you might find them a little bit yeah, because they've gone through this healing about their self-worth. Like they feel like they have to, like, you know, they have to love themselves now, put themselves first. Sometimes people go overboard that way before they come back into balance. It's only because they've been hurt. I think they've seen you. You're one of their options. They're looking at you in a certain way. They just need to make a choice. Again, we've got a choice card here. Why the cat? Could be curious about you. Out in the cold. I feel like this person's going to do something to get your attention, but it might come across as obnoxious or selfish in some way. Put you like in a bit of a place of like burden. But this relationship hasn't connected yet. And then there's an eye-opening moment about commitment. And the possibility of, or the burden of. And independence. Standing on your own 2 feet. All right, so clarity. Let's have a look at this. All right, so you could meet this person at work or somewhere that's quite sort of institutionalized, all right? you could have a conversation about them, about self-worth with them, and the need to be like selfish at times, or love yourself first, because you can experience abandonment otherwise. This conversation could also talk about healing. But at some point in the conversation, there is an eye-opening moment about commitment for one or both of you here. It's almost like they share their newfound spiritual outlook with you, and you see it, you see what they're saying. It could be that they're religious, and that could be cool, that you're in that too. But this is also going to be a card of something being a burden. So each also could be heavy. Could just simply be that the conversation you have with them is very heavy. And it's all about how they became single. But there's potential here. There's something about this person that actually piques your interest, because they have something that you know can grow. And I think it's this point of view, the realization of what they really want, the happily ever after that they want, this new perspective. It's an eye-opening moment for you too when you speak to them. It's very interesting. It almost starts like you feel like this person has options, but it's more like this person has to make a decision. They may need to let go of the past in some way. Something they could still be hanging on to. But it looks like you have quite an in-depth conversation, a heavy conversation with them about commitment, about being abandoned, about needing to heal, about being caught in a situation where you can't find your way out, that kind of thing. And then what it's like to get back onto your own 2 feet. Okay, so I think this may go slowly. There are little pages here saying that there is a need for conversation or communication. The soul isn't trying to inspire them with lots of words to say. You see, I think they really want to talk to you about relationship stuff. And they might have met you in a group setting, but their soul is keen, and physically they're keen. There is a need for them to move forward here. It just might take a little bit of time for them to readjust. But you'll meet them very suddenly. Even though this card is here, I think the connection will happen suddenly. I have a feeling they've already spotted you. And they may I kind of feel like it's destined. It's like their soul saying, head for this now, head for this soulmate here. So it's quite clear to their soul which way to go. It's just a case of them making that decision and choosing. But yeah, you might find that they're a little bit heavy when you meet them. You may or may not like that. I'm no judge. I kind of like a deep conversation every once in a while. Or a lot, actually. Okay. I'm going to get an animal oracle card for this person to represent their energy. Animal card, Archangel animal card for the person Scorpio. Connect with in a romantic relationship. Ooh, Kingfisher. Be patient and focused. Okay, so this is something you're going to have to get to know first, because they're very on their back foot. Even though they've had a revelation about what it means, what happiness means, they're adjusting. So they're kind of going a bit far the other direction of independence at the moment. They may feel like they've got options, but I see them as quite serious. So I think it's just a case of them adjusting. So be patient and focused, and yeah, talk to them, get to know them. It's their energy. For you, I'm going to get you a crystal card, a gem card. So what crystal for Scorpio in this situation? They are quite focused as well here. They know what they want. They want the fish, but they're taking their time. Atlanticite. Ooh, that's quite cool. It says, yeah, emotional purity, number 6. 6 is a number of love. Wow. So this person won't jump until they're sure of you. They're definitely looking for purity. They want their emotions, like they want to be able to trust. They want commitment. They don't want to be like on a roller coaster ride. This person is quite serious, very serious, in fact. But they will come out of it, I'm sure. It's just going to take a little bit of patience and just a little bit of time for them to see the emotional purity, in you that they're looking for. So there you go. Last thing I'm going to do is roll some dice for you, Scorpio, and then that will be your reading. Oh, the dice are running away from me. Okay, dice for Scorpio. Soon. I think they're going to contact you soon. Lesson and chains. Okay, so this person definitely, it definitely was a past life relationship for them, that they were chained to this person. They have to break that chain. They have to make that choice now. There's a lesson in this for them, because I mean, this is a card of learning, leveling up. This is a card of seeing things differently. And soon, I think that's to say that this person's going to connect with you soon. It's going to go a little bit slowly, but it's okay. Sometimes it's better that way, because they've learned lessons. So that's your reading, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you a very merry rest of festive season, and I'll probably see you in the new year.